You come home one evening, expecting to be greeted by the wagging tail of your best friend. Instead, your apartment feels still. Too still. You call out his name. No pitter-patter of paws. No excited bark. Just silence. And then, she tells you. She put your dog down. Without telling you. Without asking. Without your permission. And now she's your ex. Because you sued her. And people have a lot to say about that. So let's talk about it. Your name is Josh. You're 28 years old. And for the past 6 years, you've had one constant in your life. Your dog, Dozer. A mixed breed rescue. Loyal to a fault. With big brown eyes and a goofy personality. He's been with you through breakups, job changes, and quiet nights when the world felt too loud. Then comes Kelly, your girlfriend. You move in together. She's not really a dog person, but you figure, hey, not everyone is. She says she can manage. You try to believe that, but over the months, you start noticing things. She doesn't walk him much when you're at work. She complains about the shedding. She says Dozer growled at her once, but you've never seen him aggressive, not even once. Still, you keep the peace. You take care of him. You love him. He's family. Then one week, you go on a business trip. You're only gone 4 days. And when you land back home, you notice the leash is gone. His bed, missing. His toys, boxed up. Your heart starts pounding. You ask her, "Where's Dozer?" She doesn't meet your eyes. "He was old," she says. "He was in pain. I had him put down. It was for the best." You don't understand. You just took him to the vet 2 weeks ago. He had arthritis, yes, but manageable. Meds were working. He wasn't in pain. He wasn't dying. She made the decision. Alone. No phone call. No text. No message. She took him to a different vet. Lied and said she was his owner. And signed the papers. You feel like someone knocked the air out of you. You pack your things. You leave the apartment. You cut her off. But you don't stop there. Because this wasn't a mistake. It was a violation. A betrayal. So you hire a lawyer. You sue her. For destruction of personal property and emotional distress. The internet explodes. Some people are furious. Others are confused. A few say, he's just a dog. But anyone who's ever had a dog knows. He's never just a dog. He's family. Let's break this down. In legal terms, yes, pets are often considered property. But in emotional terms, they are companions, protectors, healers. She didn't just throw away an old couch. She ended the life of your best friend, without your consent. Let's ask some hard questions. Was it legal? Technically, no. She wasn't the registered owner. She falsified authority. Was it moral? She claimed she did it out of concern. But if concern was truly the motive, why not call you? Why not wait 4 days? Why lie to the vet? Why rush? And then there's the bigger picture. This isn't just about a dog. This is about control, about consent, about boundaries, about respect. In relationships, we share space. We compromise. We disagree. But we never make life and death decisions for someone else's family, without even asking. Because when you do, you lose the right to call it love. Kelly, for her part, says she thought she was helping. That Dozer was limping badly, that she couldn't bear to see him like that. But the vet records paint a different story. No major decline, no emergency. Just a woman who didn't want to deal with a dog anymore and chose the permanent solution. Your case goes to mediation. She tries to settle quietly, offers to pay for a new dog. You refuse. Because you're not looking to replace Dozer. You're looking for accountability. Eventually, she agrees to pay damages. You donate most of the money to a local animal shelter. In Dozer's name. You visit them every week now. You read to the rescue dogs. You sponsor the older ones, the ones most people overlook. You still miss Dozer every day. But now, his legacy lives on. Let's pause here, because some of you listening may think the lawsuit was petty, that it was revenge, that it was overkill. But imagine someone took your child's toy and smashed it. You'd be upset. Now imagine someone took your child's pet and ended its life without asking, without telling, until it was too late. How would you react? This story teaches us more than just legal rights. It teaches us emotional truths. It shows us the red flags we sometimes ignore, the slow erosion of trust, the tiny comments that seem harmless at first. He's just a dog. You're overreacting. I know what's best. It reminds us that when someone violates your values once, they might do it again. And that setting boundaries isn't selfish, it's necessary. So what can we take away from this? First, pets are not disposable. They are not decorations. They are not inconveniences. They are living, feeling beings. Second, communication matters. Even in disagreement, even in discomfort, talk to each other. Don't make permanent decisions based on temporary feelings. And third, stand up for your principles, even if people mock you, even if it makes you the bad guy in someone else's story. Because sometimes being the bad guy just means being the brave one. Before we end, let me say this. To those of you who've ever loved and lost a pet, to those of you who fought for someone who couldn't speak for themselves, to those of you who know that family isn't always human, you're not alone, and you're not crazy. You're just human. So, was he the asshole for suing her? Let us know in the comments. Would you have done the same? Would you forgive? Or was this unforgivable? Comment Dozer if you felt that loss too. And if you ever had a pet who changed your life, tell us their name. Let's keep their memory alive. Because love, after all, never dies. This is AITA Stories. Real people, real emotions, and sometimes hard truths.